Hello, and I am John Tedesco. I'm the owner of Power Source Generator Marketing Solutions, and we are a 100% focused on generator dealers for digital advertising and marketing. And today is really just a look at how to optimize your website from maximum conversion and lead flow to your generator website. We want to make sure that your website is going to convert all visitors on a higher level. So there are things we could do to maximize all of the marketing that you've invested in up to this point to make sure that they are converted, going right into it. So this is our digital dominance method, and this is in the workbook too. You guys have a link for that. Wherever anybody might be looking to find you, you want to make sure that you are there. And this covers pretty much everything, including SMS messaging and automation after people have reached you, and closing the loop on leads that are coming in. So who am I and why should you listen to me? I have 17 plus years of experience in internet marketing, successfully built a $1 million a year generalist agency. I've worked directly with more than 50 generator dealers across the country. I've spoken at mastermind cohort events for successful electrical contractors up in the north of Massachusetts. A specialized agency now for generator dealers. My agency and my company is on a mission to help 100 generator dealers double or maybe even hopefully triple their revenue utilizing custom web design, SEO, local marketing, email marketing, automation, pay-per-click, print marketing, and everything under the sun. I like to phrase these with a problem. Okay, so our problem here is that we've made a big investment already in marketing. We have truck wraps, and we've got a fleet of trucks, and we've got the local SEO guy helping us out, and we've built this website, and we're getting traffic, but we're not getting enough leads, right? So, and really that just comes down to very low ROI. We've talked to other companies before who have done this with other companies and maybe fallen flat. So that's really the problem, and we're going to move forward and talk about the different things that we can do to, on the lowest end, convert the visitors that are coming to your website currently. So we have a great site built to convert, constantly converting visitors to callers and leads. We want a full schedule with new installation jobs or service contracts. We want to build momentum and consistent growth on a regular basis. So this results in success. Phones ringing, trucks running, business booming. So you have to think of your website as the hub. Okay, so everybody, even if they're being referred, they find you on Google, they find you on social media, they do a quick search, local optimization, they're going to come to your website, and that's the first thing that they do, right? So we want to make sure that your website is ready to go and ready to convert that visit to a lead. We want them to call, we want them to fill out a web form, or go through the chat. So why is this so? Just to take a minute here and look at some numbers. If we have 500 visitors per month and we're converting at 5%, which means 5% of 500, we're getting 25 calls or web forms submitted through the website. Okay. And then let's say, for argument's sake, you have a 30% conversion rate, which means 3 out of 10 calls you can convert to a customer. It could be higher. We have clients that convert 90%, some that convert 60%. But going with 30% conversion, this amounts to 7.5 booked installs or service contracts on a monthly basis. And if our average transaction is about $14,500 for an installation, right, we can make $108,750 in that given month. Now, if you take the same amount of visitors and you increase the conversion by 15%, okay, you can do this math fast, right? We converted 75 calls, is 30% conversion. We have now 22.5 booked jobs, $14,500 average transaction. We've tripled the revenue. So this is just simple math, and these are simple numbers. So it really just comes down to, okay, how do we get that conversion percentage to go up? Just to give you a quick example, here's one of our clients, Bold Electric. They're up in New Jersey, and this is their website on the left. They have a very good brand. They have a good, solid brand, good reputation. A lot of big clients, a lot of residential clients, they're installing a lot. They have 20 technicians, great business. So their website was doing fine, even though it doesn't look so great. There's not a lot of personality. The phone number it looks like a 6-digit phone number with one number there ragging down. Excuse me. So the website did need a little bit of work. So this is their website today. We've added a team picture. We have a phone number nice and clear at the top right corner. We're talking to the people that are looking for generators. And what we found was inside of the first month, we increased by 80 phone calls. These are 80 leads, not necessarily book jobs or installations, but 80 calls came in through the website after we had created this new site. And then when we looked at the traffic coming in, we see 477 actual visitors to the website, and surmise that we're at a 16.5% conversion rate from maybe 4 or 5%. So our goal here is to get this up and above over 30% conversion. So we want to take their existing 400 something visitors and convert by 30%. Now, this workbook is going to help you. I'm going to actually just pull this up. We might go back and forth a little bit, but this workbook is a great tool for you. You can just, if you go into the workbook and just go file, save a copy, you can download as a PDF, you can print it out, and it's got pretty much everything that we're going through here and a really nice checklist toward the bottom that you can use to make some changes to your own website. So I am going to go through 12 critical elements to enhance online conversion and kind of go through it a little bit. I am going to show you some examples, some samples of these websites that have all of these aspects. So the first thing we want to do is we want to speak to your target avatar. What are their fears and frustrations? Why should they choose you? Things like that. So these are some information that you want on your website rather than, we're the best in class, we're better than anybody else. We want to make sure that we're addressing their issues and their problems. We want to be real, okay? Use authentic images of your own team, your own fleet, your own trucks on your homepage and throughout the website. People want to work with people. And, if you come across as friendly and, if they can relate to you and they see, even if it's a family picture of the owner and his family, that's a really nice thing to have. And if they can relate to you quickly, it'll help them convert. Use video and multimedia elements to engage different modalities on the website too. So it should be really easy to create videos. We would highly recommend you putting a video on your homepage. Video is worth 1,000,000 words if pictures are worth 1,000. So we have a website welcome video, video feature services, or video explaining why someone should contact you versus competition. The other thing you want to do is leverage social proof. If you're getting good reviews on your site, if you're getting good reviews on Google Profile, you want to post them to your website. Have some way to display them on your website so that people hit your website and they look and see your services. They're also seeing testimonials and what other people are saying about you. You can use tools like Bird Eye or Review Buzz to help you install those elements onto your site. Get the basics in order, right? So the phone number in the top right-hand corner, ensure that there's a web form that customers can fill out. A lot of the times, and most of the time it's on your contact page, we like to put it right on the home page. Another one on the services page, another one on the installations page. Make sure that form is everywhere. Your phone number is on every page. There should be a form there too. Some people don't like to call. Some people would rather fill out a form. Also add credibility with any authority symbols like Better Business Bureau, Angie's List, etc. And ensure you have clear goals, clear calls to action on each page that speak to the customer avatar directly. So, which means that if you're reading some information about your service packages, right after that, there should be a link that says, give us a call now. And maybe after your platinum service package, a link that says, sign up today for platinum and receive 10% off. That's a special offer. So these are important too. These will help pull somebody over the line if they're not sure, if they're just kind of pricing, or if they're just looking to see if you guys do it. Hey, that extra 10% might just get them to give you a call or fill out that form. Make sure the website is mobile optimized with an easy click to call function, which means at the top of the mobile site, your phone number should be visible, or like a phone icon or something where you can click it, touch it, and it will actually dial the number right away. Leverage live chat. So in the last few years, live chat has becoming a very popular way to reach out to a service company such as yourselves instead of a phone call, instead of a web form. This younger generation is just going to jump into the live chat and say, hey, can you service me out in Wayne, New Jersey? My generator is not running and I need to make sure it's available, whatever. And it would be great if somebody's on the other end saying, oh, yeah, sure, just give us your information. We'll get you booked into our schedule. So that's just another way to get somebody booked in and convert a customer quicker than anyone else. So your live chat might be the difference between them picking you and just seeing that you've got a phone number or a form, going to the next guy and using their live chat instead. So start giving clients the options to book online. So I know this is hard for every one of the clients that we speak to, having to book online. Even if it's Service Titan or Service Fusion, all these different softwares that have the option to book, I know it gets right into your dispatch, has to see that and plan for that and schedule that. But if you can set this up somehow, that's ideal. Even if you want to take an hour block of time on a Tuesday every week and say that's for online booking calls, so that all they would see is the opportunity to book Tuesday at 2 o'clock. That's fine. And if they want to book that, that's great. And they can't book anything else because you've got everything blocked off. So that's something to think about. But having the option, all the different options for somebody to reach out is ideal. Site speed matters. Check the website on your phone or on the desktop and load up the site and see how it's running. I wouldn't recommend any tools, because the tools and the grades, because you're looking at everything that could potentially slow down the site. But what you really need to do is just look for yourself how your website loads on a fresh browser or a fresh iPhone or something like that. And if it's instant, it's good. Engage via SMS and phone via marketing automation. So a lot of times an email comes in, somebody fills out the web form, and that goes to your office, and they follow up with them the next day or 2 days later. Or they follow them up the next day and there's no answer and you're leaving a message. Now you're kind of in follow-up hell. So if you had software that is actually sends an SMS text message right away, says, hey, we got your message on our website. Thanks for reaching out. We have somebody looking at your request, and we're going to reach out to you as soon as possible. And then that could even run continuously. You can have maybe an email go out the next morning and say, we're still looking into it. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. Having that automation in place can make a big difference. So what is the one element that we have the biggest impact on the results of your overall internet marketing efforts? So let me show you a few examples of this. So I'm actually going to go to boldgenerators.com and show you just a few things that we've done. So Bold Generators' new website, we have the phone number at the top right corner. We have the family picture on the site. This is basically all the technicians. This is Vin, the owner. His wife is here under the logo. This all kind of changes based on how wide the browser is. It looks different on mobile. There's the family on mobile. He's got all of his trucks in the background. He's got a link to check out all of his reviews and a button for get a quote. So the get a quote pops up that form right there on the homepage. Don't have to go anywhere to see it. Here's a click to check out the reviews, takes us right down here on the homepage. We have one big review. We have multiple additional reviews here. And there's even a link in the main nav that takes us to reviews as well. So basically just going through the home pages here, these are just some of the elements that I was talking about, and really just on its simplest end, this is just how it should be set up on your site. We specialize in whole home generators and full electrical services for your home. So this is going to speak to the people looking for you right away. You know within 3 seconds that this is a generator company. They're in New Jersey. They're ready to go. They also do electrical. They have maintenance plans. It shows a little bit of urgency, top rated, quality focus, price for you. These are great call outs to the person actually looking. So this is some really good solid information. And then you just look down, you can see some different jobs that they've done. They've done generator troubleshooting, electrical panel cleanups, installations. There's a big house installation. It's a 46 kW on that house. It's humongous. And they've got this offer right here on the homepage. Another New Jersey-based generator dealer. This one's a little bit different, but all the same kind of tactics, all built into the homepage. Their form is right here on the site. Still another button to check out their reviews, phone numbers at the top, schedule online, all of their services, their family picture here. They didn't really want it up in here, but this is an authentic image. They got their reviews here on the homepage. One of the things that I like to bring up here is that they have the chat feature on the generator installation page. So we're running Google Ads right now for them, specifically for home generator installations, and we're sending them here. So if this is if this is the landing page, it's not the home page. This is their landing page. So again, it's all the regular stuff. They have the form on the site, information about the installations, and they have a chat. So they can go in here and they can send a message, nice and quick, nice and easy. And this isn't a two-way chat, actually. It looks like it, but it's not. It's really just sending a message to the owner. He gets this on his cell phone, and he's able to just call them up and get the lead booked and scheduled right there. And then again, we repeat, why choose us? Here's our family. Here's some of our reviews. All great, important stuff. So here's another one from up in Cape Cod. Same kind of thing. I mean, their family picture is great. We see the picture of their technicians. We see the open generator. We see Cape Cod over there on the right. You can't misinterpret what it is that they're doing here. Phone number at the top. It's clickable. They got a book now, call to action here, and all of their other stuff is all the way down here. And then generator testimonials, again, on the homepage. I would like to see some video, working with these guys to try to get some video on their homepage. But that's coming. Oh, our newest client. So AJP Electric is up in, I don't think Josh is here. Up in Hartford, Connecticut. And we haven't done anything with his website yet. But just to give you an idea, the plan here and some of what we're planning to do is we have to change out the imagery so it's a little bit more authentic. We want to get rid of all of the stock photography. We're gonna reduce the amount of electrical services and products that they offer. They don't want to cut out electrical altogether. They do want to keep that, but we're going to kind of shift the focus to generator a little bit. So we're going to change that up. We have to add his reviews to the homepage. He's got a few here, but here's the problem with these reviews is that these aren't syndicated with Google profile. So we want Google fed into the homepage. So the most current 5-star reviews are displaying on the website, and then a link that actually takes us back to the Google profile. We also need to call out the phone number a bit more on the top, move it all the way to the right, maybe change it around. There is a lot of text and information on here, so we want to simplify things a little bit. But a lot of this message is really good. We're probably going to keep a lot of the content, and we also want to remove the slider. We found that sliders get a little confusing, and they detract from that family image, that the technician family image in front of their trucks, or the full fleet is displayed right there, nice at the top of the website. So we want people to see that, relate to them. He also has a chat too, which is great. We're going to keep that. So those are some of the examples we've been through. So how can we get your website to convert like that? I have a checklist here that if you guys wanted to go and get this checklist, it's similar to the workbook. It's a little bit more detail. It gets into pay-per-click. It gets into automation. It gets into some of the reporting and the ranking ROI stuff. But I mean, the best way, give us a call. Let us know if you want us to help. We can help you guys rebuild the website and create the marketing around the website to help with the conversion, help with everything beyond that. So messaging that works, Same day service, emergency services, straightforward pricing. I know that's hard for generators, especially when, there's so many different variables that go into pricing a generator. But if you've got pricing for generators on your website, it could help you rank, and it could help get somebody to call, especially if your price ranges are right in there. 20 kW, if you could be around 15,000, 26 kW around 20,000, and just put the caveats on there for all the different variables. Is the location for the generator going to be close to the electrical service? Is it going to be close to the gas line? What kind of, you want people to think about all those different variables so that they know going in, so they can gauge the estimate a little bit and say, yeah, it's the gas line comes in on the outside of the house, the electrical's on the other side of the house, it might be more expensive. It can help them understand the pricing altogether. So just to recap, there's just some information speaking to your ideal customer, benefits of home generators, stay comfortable during the next storm, great information for your homepage. Be real and authentic on the site, leverage multimedia, even if it's a little how to change your oil, how to check the generator for operation, things like that. Leverage your social proof, make sure all of your reviews kick back to your website, and work that into your process. Every time you go out to service a generator or install a generator, get the customer to review, unless there was some weird thing and something happened and you think they might not give you a good review. If the client is happy, get them to give you a review. This is very important for ranking, very important for conversion. So I think this is one of the most important things. There's a lot of different pieces of software that can help display all of the testimonials onto your site. And, get the fundamentals right. Phone number, calling out your reviews on your homepage, have the form, get your technician pictures, talk to your avatar, provide an offer somehow, some way. Make sure it's mobile friendly, right? 4.8 billion people now use their mobile phones. 3 out of 5 consumers search for local businesses on their smartphone. And Google reports that 40% of mobile consumers turn to a competitor's site after a bad mobile web experience. So clicking that number does this on my iPhone. So if I tap that, pops up, should we call? So make sure that works, and that's available too. Consider live chat. 5 to 10% of the visitors to your website take action. They call or web form. 90% of those visitors leave without calling. So we know they're in the market for your services and are in your service area. They just hit your website, right? So we want to get them to convert, and we want to be able to talk to, provide them all of the different options that they need to reach out to you. So these are all of our key ideas. And the question is your website optimized for conversion? This is all stuff that you might want to look into. And, John, you're going to implement all of them. That sounds great. I would just, it could be a lot. I mean, you could have another web guy that's, across the country and not very responsive. So pick 3 and implement just those 3 into the next, 30 days, and just do a little bit at a time. Now, one of the other things I wanted to touch base on, we're at a half an hour now, which is great. We're running pretty good on time, but I want to be done in about 10 minutes or so. One of the biggest issues facing generator dealers is unconverted leads. So what I mean by that is after the leads fill out that form or they call and leave a message, that there's no follow-up. So about half of those leads leave unconverted. And 90% of the web forms that are filled out, those fail to convert as well. Leads that aren't followed up within 15 minutes, they go cold, which means if they send in a web form and the office doesn't contact them until the next morning, that lead is potentially cold. I don't know how many times you've called up and they said, oh, who is this? Oh yeah, I did leave a message. Oh, I did send in that form out. Yeah, I remember. So the average customer has to be followed up with set 5 to 7 times before actually booking. Today's consumer prefers to interact via text message versus a phone call or an email. So here's a solution. right? Leverage marketing automation to follow up with web forms within the first 2 minutes. So you can send them a text message, you can send them an email. There's software that you can use to automate this, and you basically just set up the message, you have it hooked into your website, and it does all the work for you. You can automate the follow-up so that every prospect is touched 5 or more times and be able to engage in a two-way text messaging. So if they respond, the software would actually would send that first text message and the person responds back. And now you've got a message saying that you've got somebody, you have a warm lead or a hot lead that needs to be followed up with. And now you can engage with them. And you didn't have to spend all that time. One of the things that we're doing, and we're building an automation system called generatoramp.com that kind of handles all of that. So when a lead comes in, we send a text message, we send an email, we follow up with those emails until the process is broken by either a phone call from the customer or a phone call from your office to schedule an appointment. But we're also building in automation that would follow up with after the estimate's been dropped. So you send out the estimate, now they go into a whole separate workflow where they're getting more information to try to pull them over the line a little bit, help them make their decision on moving forward with generator installation or even a service contract. So that's just some extra stuff that we're doing. You know, it's simple math. If you get 10 leads with a 30% conversion rate, you book 3 installations. You know, at 12,500, it's 37,500. If you change that conversion rate with some follow-up, you're converting 10 leads at 70%, you're booked 7. So you've effectively tripled just by setting up some automation. So is your website optimized for conversion? This is all in the workbook. So you can go through these one by one. I do want to take a minute, see if anybody has any questions. I will put a link in the chat, or you can just go to our website, generatorseo.com/schedule. If you're interested in an acceleration session, we will research your competitors, we'll research your website and your company, we'll show you where you're currently ranking, and if there's any room to grow, we'll kind of bring all of that to the table and show you what's all doable, and hopefully work with you and help you get your website to where you need it to be.